Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. I was thinking of coming this morning. Lori and I chatted the other day about the weather that may be coming in this afternoon, and I said, listen, I got thinking this morning, if there's any place I want to be stuck that I got to get home with a car, it's Cavanagh, because they have enough machines here they can put every damn car on the float and take it home. So we're good to go. No problem. My name's Alan Ryan. I'm with the Stittsville Business Association, and we're so happy to be here today to on a pretty special occasion and a presentation that we're really proud of, and we're glad to be here. We want to, first of all, thank the Cavanagh family for having us here today. It's a special day here for two reasons. First of all, we're here to honor what I would concern a legend and start a new legacy at the same time today. There's a few people that we want to thank this morning, just to make sure and acknowledge a few folks that were kind enough to come to see us. First of all, of course, is the Cavanagh family. So Kay and Lori and Cindy and Jeff, thanks so much for having us here. It's a real pleasure to be here, and the backdrop couldn't be better for your dad. The members of the executive that were able to come today too, I just want to thank them for coming. Our Vice President Andrea Greenhouse is here. Andrea, thank you. Justin Phillips from Bradley's Insurance, Adam Kittle from Postcard Perfect, and a whole bunch of other things. Phil Sweetnam from CDS Rentals and the Sweetnam Group, and Cody Campanelli from Campanelli Homes. So thanks for them for coming, and they've all been a big part of making this happen today. So a few other special guests we want to thank as well. We are our Member of Parliament for Carleton, Pierre Poilievre, is here. Pierre, thanks for coming. We also have Richard Kidd, the Reeve of Beckwith. Richard, where is Richard? He's here somewhere. Seen him? Richard, how are you? Nice to meet you. And a couple of folks I just want to mention in passing. One of them, unfortunately, couldn't come today. When we talk about Tommy, it goes back a lot of years here when we had, as I call it, the good old days of Goulburn Township before amalgamation, but we won't get into the amalgamation right now. But two people, Bob Tannen was the CEO of Goulburn Township for many, many years, and Bob was a great guy, and he had so many dealings with Tommy over the years, and unfortunately Bob couldn't come today. Sometimes his health is not ideal, but he was a great CEO and had a lot of good times with Tommy, and they did a lot of business together. And the other one was able to come today from our management team, Bob Mills, who was our Director of Parks and Recreation in Goulburn for 27 some years, I guess, in Goulburn. And Bob as well had a lot of dealings with Tommy. You know, Bob used to tell me the stories that he looked after the ballparks and the dime and all the facilities in Goulburn here. And you know, if he needed a load of crushed stone or something, he'd phone Tommy, and Tommy would just say, where do you want it? And within 46 minutes, the truck would be there to dump it. And there was no questions asked, and that's the way Tommy did things. And so Bob has a lot of fond memories, and when I asked him to come today, he was more than happy to come. So Bob, thanks for coming. So as I mentioned earlier, we're here to celebrate really a local business legend, and that's what Tommy was. You know, Tommy started, and Lori can talk about it in more detail than I can, but Tommy started from very little. And he had a pretty good partner in Kay as well. Started with one truck, basically, or a couple of vehicles, and came to what you see here today. I remember Tommy Cavanagh. We farmed in the Ottawa Valley. My father farmed his whole life in Corkery, and I remember being a young lad and seeing the big green truck pull up. So, and I must tell you, the fact that his name was Cavanagh and our name was Ryan, and the trucks were Irish green didn't hurt either. But I could see the trucks pulling at our farm, and we'd drop a load of gravel or a load of shale or whatever we needed to build a road or in the barnyard, and I could see those big green trucks coming down our driveway, and I remember those days fondly. My father dealt a lot with Tommy and had a lot of respect for him as well, from that era of how fellas did things back then on a handshake. It's not like it is today, but it was different. Tommy, a little bit about why we're doing this today. So the Stittsville Business Association, we're here to support local business. That's what we do. So I had the idea of coming up with a business award, kind of a legacy thing that we could pass on year after year. And when we got talking about it, Tommy's came right to my mind right off the bat. We wanted to have an award, and this award represents somebody who's given back a lot to the community over the years. And when I thought about that, although we have some good people in Goulburn who have contributed for a long time, it was pretty hard not to have Tommy go to the top of that list. So I reached out to some people that I respect and their opinions, and people like Bob and a few others, and I didn't hear one person say, Alan, that's not a great idea. He was a perfect fit. So I reached out to the family. I think, I asked Ross Bradley, and Ross reached out to Jeff, and Jeff called me back, and I said, Jeff, this idea we have, and he said, Alan, I don't want to, Laurie deals with all that, so I dealt with Laurie, and that was better, probably better dealing with Laurie anyway. But we put this together today, and so we're so honored to have this after Tommy. It's a legacy for him. He did a lot. I said to Laurie earlier, you know, when I was on council here, you know, Tommy, we'd have the odd Irish discussion, I guess, for the lack of a better term, and he'd be worried about a subdivision being done and the hours of operation or something. But you know, at the end of the day, things always got settled with Tommy. It's great to have that done. So that's kind of the legacy of why we're doing it today and what the award's all about. And I wouldn't mind if Laurie would come up and say a few words, please. Laurie, on behalf of the family, thank you.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I'm not going to name names. Alan already did that, and I'll just waste his time. So thank you, everybody, for being here. It's so nice to live and work where so many contribute to the vibrant community that we enjoy. And this award will recognize those who contribute exceptionally. We want to thank Alan and the Stittsville Business Association very much for acknowledging and honoring what we hear about almost daily since Dad's passing this time last year. And that is appreciation for Dad's uncommon generosity with his resources. We knew that Dad was generous, and he set that example for us. But we had no idea to the extent of his giving. Since his passing, so many people have come forward with more and more stories of how he helped them out of a jam, helped them pay for their jam, got them a job, lent them money, connected them with the right person, listened to their story, gave them advice, provided a solution, donated to their cause, and the list goes on. You summed it up well, Alan, when you said that you could always call on and rely on Tom at a moment's notice. The truth is that we all have something to contribute with our skills and our resources. This award will celebrate those who step up and deliver above and beyond. My family and coworkers are really honored and delighted that you chose to continue to honor Tommy as you honor future uncommonly generous individuals and businesses here in our midst. Thanks. Thanks, Alan.
Thanks, Laurie, that's great. So that's the part about the legends. Now we need to talk about the legacy. So we went through a process. I asked all the members of the executive to submit their nominees for which member would represent, and especially in the first year, it's pretty special. The inaugural year that we're going to give this out, it will be an annual award in Tommy's name, but the first year is always special for winning anything, right? So they all submitted votes to us, every member of the executive. We come up with some great nominees. The luxury we have as a business association, we have some great businesses in our community that do a lot for the community. So I want to recognize two companies that came runners up, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, only for two reasons. First of all, they're great companies, and second of all, to recognize the winner, the recipient today, shows how much they have done, because these two companies have also done so much for the community. And I would just want to recognize JoJo's and Stittsville, JoJo's Pizza and their group. They're very generous people. They do a lot for the community. And Bob Bent and Stittsville Home Hardware. Bob is another great guy. You call Bob, you want something gets done like that. And they were very worthy people as well, and they were runners up, and I just want to acknowledge them today, what they've done as well. So on behalf of the Business Association and the Cavanagh family, it's my pleasure to congratulate and introduce the 2020 recipient of the Thomas Cavanagh Annual Business Award, Warmstone Family Dentistry. So just a couple things about this great company, local company. First of all, they're represented by four folks here today. Wesley Smith, who is a partner. And by the way, Wesley's also on the executive and has done a lot for the Business Association as well. Alyssa Froman is also a partner. Hi, Alyssa, nice, thanks for coming. Megan Wilson as a team leader. And Joanna, and I liked it too much, I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name, who's also a team leader. Joanna, thanks for coming. Warmstone is a great local company. From the time they moved to Stittsville, they were always the first ones to lend a hand, whether it was in resources or people or providing some goods or services to the community. They're always first in line to do something. And And I think it's evident by everybody who knows what they've done to the community. They were worthy recipients. And you know, when you talk about the other companies who were nominated, we had great ones. It says a lot about Warmstone. They're well respected in the community. They always give back. They're just a great local business, and we couldn't be more prouder to have them take their first award in 2020 on behalf of the family. So congratulations. Thank you so much for what you do to the community. You've been a real asset to Stittsville and the area, and we thank you very much for everything you do. With that being said, maybe I could ask the Cavanagh family, if they would, to come up and make the presentation to, and I must tell you too, keeping in line with what we always do, shop and support local. This is done at Dave White's on Mementos on Carp Road. Dave does all our work for us. He's a great local company as well, and I think he's done a nice job, and I think both the Cavanagh family and Warmstone will be happy with what he's done. So Wes, here Kay, I'll give that to you. Andrea, perhaps you could come up here with, please, you don't mind? Thank you. Thanks, Kate. I'll let you guys say something for us.
First off, I just want to thank everyone, the Business Association, all the members of the community that are here, and of course the Cavanagh family. This is such a beautiful touch. We had no idea there was going to be such an event, so this is wonderful, and what a great way to start the legacy. I do want to say we're truly humbled and honored. Myself, my partners, my entire team, I sent them a short bio about Thomas and what he's done in the community, and to receive an award in his name is really special to us, because we do love doing things for our community, and this kind of lets us know we're on the right path. So we're very honored to receive this, and very excited. And thank you to the Business Association and everyone who has supported us there as well. It means a lot to have other business owners, members of your community, colleagues, vote for you and say you're doing a great job at giving back to the community. We do it because we love to, but it's great to get that confirmation that we're doing some great things. So thank you everyone for being out here today in the elements, and we really appreciate it. And this is going to go right in the office, so we're going to display this Monday morning. So thank you. Congratulations.
Today I want to congratulate a great local business starting out in very difficult times and thriving no less because of great employees and risk-taking and courageous entrepreneurs who make our community better. And so I congratulate you on behalf of Parliament and the people of Carleton. We wish you best and all the best and much success in the years ahead. Congratulations.